Hi, hello, Vanakkam, and welcome back to yet another episode on your favorite Little Law YouTube channel. So today, in this video, you're going to see that I have actually recently taken a kind of a 4 weeks session. It's a kind of an 8 days, and it actually constituted of like an average of like 2 hours. So it's like more than 16 to 20 hours of training materials were here, and this is completely about JMeter. So starting with the first day, I have started with the overview of performance testing. So we have discussed about the performance testing, the performance metrics, and then have moved to why using JMeter, and I have explained the JMeter architecture. I have explained about how to set up plugins in JMeter. It's a kind of a hands-on where we have fixed that. And after that, I have taken through several other components which we have in JMeter. And then we have recorded our very first JMeter script. And then I have explained about what is generating parent sample in the transaction controller and how to use the view results tree. And then even we have set up the proxy and install the JMeter certificate. And there is one more interesting thing, that is how to exclude the unwanted URLs while recording, because this I was telling several times to every subscriber in our channel to use this, because this actually save you a lot of time while you are excluding the unwanted URLs while recording. And then we have fixed the JMeter certificate issue, and there was one more issue, that is potential security risk ahead in terms of the browser. So even that is also fixed. So that's on day one, and in day two we have actually worked on setting up proxy, and we did JMeter scripting, and then we even fixed the append to existing file scenario. This is again a very common thing which most of us would have faced, but most of us do not know why it is happening. So we have fixed that issue as well. And then we saw the very basic component in the very basic listener in JMeter, which is the view results tree. And then we also saw how to increase the validity of JMeter root certificate to 365 days. Yes, again, Little's Law actually talks about this for a long time. Like fixing these petty issues actually will save you a lot of time and effort. And then how to do parameterization. Yes, this is the first topic. They're the very first technical topic that we have touched upon. So the parameterization in JMeter using dataset config, and even we have discussed about the extended CSV dataset config, and that was more interesting. So if you get time, please do watch the entire video. And we have I have explained about the ramp up, the steady state, and ramp down in load testing, and I have even taken a session on the Little's Law on how to calculate the throughput, the response time, and the user load, and how to add the think time and pacing after every transaction, why the think time and pacing are required for the real-time scenarios, and how these works in real time in load runner and neo load. That's also been discussed, and we have explained various options in CSV dataset config in JMeter. And then moving on to the next part, which and then in this playlist, we have moved to day three, where I have, again, a set of introduction where we wanted to explain it in terms of performance testing, the application architecture, and how important performance testing is, and explaining about load testing, stress testing, endurance, spike, volume with examples. And then I have again walked through my Lateral Slack academy.github.io, which is the website that we have, and how to calculate the analytics and user load. And in fact, I have explained even about how load testing works with example, and how garbage collection works with an example, and how spike testing works with example. I have even explained about the performance metrics. Yes, at the end of the day, after you do whatever your performance testing, you must be careful. You must know what performance testing metrics is, right? And then explaining how the application architecture works. And I walked through on what is application insight and how it is used for performance monitoring, and what and how to do the performance test planning, and explaining the JMeter architecture and demo on all JMeter elements. And I've explained about what the header is and how it works with the request with example, and have even set up the machine for JMeter script recording and recorded the first JMeter script. And again on day four, it's completely straightforward, where we have set up the Firefox for recording, and then we have recorded the first JMeter script using JMeter, and that's what we did on the JMeter session day four. And then again on day five, yes, we have moved ahead. Whereas I've already told you, we have explained about the extended CSV dataset config with an actual example, and then we have even watched about how to install the extended CSV dataset config in JMeter with and without plugins manager. And what is correlation? The main topic which every single performance tester must know, no matter what tool, they must know what is correlation, how to do correlation. In JMeter, how to use regular expression tester and view results tree for correlation, how to use boundary extractor tester in JMeter for correlation, and how to use CSS selector tester in JMeter for correlation, and how to use JSON path tester in JMeter for correlation, and how to use XPath2 tester in JMeter, and how to use active threads over time and transactions per second, hits per second, all these graphs, and how does the 90th percentile, the 95th and the 99th percentile works in the test report, and how to analyze the test results. And on day 6, we saw about explaining the arrivals thread group, and in this, I mean, on day 6 we have mostly worked on the thread groups. So I have explained about the concurrency thread group, I have explained about the arrivals thread group, stepping thread group, ultimate thread group, and open model thread group in JMeter, and how to test database using JMeter step by step. And that's more interesting because we all know the team, the manager, the business might ask us to test the database directly, so please be aware of that. And then on day 7, we watched how, I mean, like we saw how to run the load test in JMeter using non-GUI mode, and how to use assertions in JMeter. In terms of assertions, we saw the majority of the concept which falls under response assertion and size assertion. And we also saw about the transaction controller in JMeter, and we explained about how the if controller works, and how did the while controller works, along with the JSR223 sampler and the user defined variables in JMeter. And then on day 8, we saw about how to do PostgreSQL database testing step by step. And on day 9, I have executed a JMeter test with using GitHub, and how did I create my new GitHub repository for JMeter testing, and how did I clone? I mean, like on day 9 and 10, on day 9 and 10, where am I? On day 9 and 10, we usually started watching about the GitHub and how to add the files, I mean the JMX files, and how to create the pull request, how to push the changes, and do all the anything that is related to GitHub, doing the Git configuration, and every single thing which will help you to progress towards the GitHub CI/CD part. And then on day 10, in this part, we have actually explored about we ran the test using the GitHub Actions without any data, and with parameters and dynamic user load along with dynamic duration. And then we even fixed some issues in terms of CSV, so that was also fixed. And then on day 11, we have actually um, concentrated on two different repositories. I mean, like one is the Azure DevOps, and the other one is the GitLab. So they both will be an important topic. So please do be aware of this, how to do it, and how to create an SSH key for this, and how to run the test, how to configure your JMX, and every single thing is a must to learn, must to know. So please be aware of all of these. And then finally, the last day, where we have explored about how to do the test report after the JMeter test. So in fact, I'm going to attach this the JMeter test report very soon. And please, if you are someone who is very new to JMeter, or if you're someone who is preparing for interviews, if you just go through all these videos, I would definitely say, and if you practice it again and again and again, I would definitely say that you will definitely crack your interview. And that's for sure, because I have got several experience previously. Several people have told me that they have cleared the interview watching these videos, and you can even find that in the YouTube comment section. So please do watch this entire video, and you will definitely crack your interviews. And this is currently going on a holy or a Easter offer, I would say, for next 1 week. So if you're interested, please do reach out to me. You can DM me through my WhatsApp number, and you can reach out to me for the prices and everything. And we'll soon meet up for another session. So until I see you all, talk to you all, it's bye bye from Sachin Mugam and your favorite Little Sly YouTube channel. Take care and bye bye.